This is Andy Bryce of Easy Data Transform. I'm going to show you how you can quickly and easily pseudonymise data in Excel, CSV, XML, JSON or other format files. Pseudonymisation is the process of replacing personally identifiable data with pseudonyms or codes. This is done to preserve privacy, and it's common practice in many areas including healthcare, finance and education. Here we have an Excel file with hospital admission data. We want to send this data to a third party for analysis, but we don't want them to know the patient IDs, so we need to replace the patient IDs with pseudonyms. Let's drag the file onto Easy Data Transform. An input item is created. Now we need to use the pseudonym transform. Pseudonym is an advanced transform, so we need to make sure Show Advanced is checked in the left pane. Then, with the input still selected, scroll down and click the pseudonym button. A pseudonym transform has been added, and we want to pseudonymise the patient ID column. A new column of pseudonyms has been added to the end. Let's change the prefix. So now we have a pseudonym for each patient ID. Note that if the same patient ID occurs multiple times, it will get the same pseudonym each time. Pseudonyms are padded with zeros to make them all the same length. The order in which pseudonyms are assigned has been randomized so that you can't reverse it even if you know the order of the original dataset. We can change the name of the column, but let's leave it as it is for now. We'll also leave the starting number for pseudonyms at 1. The order randomization is based on this random seed, which is generated using the millisecond time the transform was created. Changing the seed will change the order in which pseudonyms are assigned. If we had another column of data we wanted to pseudonymise, such as date of birth, we could add an extra pseudonym transform to do that, but here we're just pseudonymising this one column. So let's now output two data sets. A pseudonymised version we can give to our third party for analysis, and a lookup table we can use to reconstruct the original data if we need to. Let's start with a pseudonymised version. We need to remove the patient ID column. We can do that with a remove cols transform. So with the pseudonym transform selected, click remove cols. And we'll remove the patient ID column. And let's reorder the pseudonym column to the front. We can do that with a reorder cols transform. Now let's output this to a new Excel file. Then we need to create a lookup table that we can use to reconstruct the original data. So let's select pseudonym again. And we want to remove everything except the patient ID and pseudonym columns. So we'll use remove cols again. We don't have to click the button, we can just type the first few characters. So here we have a lookup table. However, it may have some duplicates where the same person was omitted more than once, and we probably want to get rid of those. Let's use a dedupe transform. And we'll get rid of rows with duplicate patient IDs. So now we can see it's gone from 200 rows to 190 rows. And then we'll output this to a CSV format file, which we'll need to keep somewhere safe. In future we can use this data set with a lookup transform to change the pseudonyms back to patient IDs. If we pseudonymise multiple columns, then we would have to create a lookup table for each in a similar fashion. Note that it's good practice to use a different prefix for each column. We can save this transform flow to use again. This is a very small example, but Easy Data Transform can easily handle datasets with millions of rows. Easy Data Transform can also do sophisticated step-by-step data transformations to clean up, reformat and reshape your data. Easy Data Transform is available for Windows and Mac. You can download a fully functional free trial from our website. It only takes a few seconds and you don't even have to give us your email address.